Paragraph 3, for example, you could describe the habitats of lizards, how they eat, how they socialize and reproduce in all these different places. For paragraph 4, you can state about how what policies people can use to protect them from invasive species, human destruction of ecosystems. That happens sometimes, like in the Amazon or whatever. And in the 5th paragraph, you can summarize all the points into a neat little explanation, including call to action, where the people could possibly change or protest or vote for different organizations to help these lizards, and then end the presentation or essay there. And even see if this is the map of the world where these lizards could be. You can even use this in a presentation. Anyway, there's even research articles that support this argument of the importance of outlines. For example, this San Jose University in California wrote a paper on how outlines enable productive authors, whether they're writing a presentation, an essay, an article, or even a blog post about lizards and their biodiversity. They state exactly, outlining is a vital part of the essay planning process. It allows the writer to understand how he or she will connect all the information to support the thesis statement and the claims of the paper. Of course, the article was in reference to essay writing, but it applies to other forms of information communication, like presentations. Let's take another example. Here is a professor at a university, maybe it'll be San Jose, who knows. She's writing a research article on lizards and their biodiversity, but she doesn't know what to do. So she uses an outline. She separates sections, introduction, paragraphs number 1, 2, and 3, conclusions. Of course, it takes a lot more inclusions of research and statistics intermixed with all this writing for a professor to accurately do their job. But the outline can also handle that. Like from section number 1, the professor can write, for example, lizards, the biodiversity, the ecosystems, and then have a graph of the colored areas where lizards might live, like Papua New Guinea or whatever. And in the next paragraph, she can put a chart here about population rates over the decades of lizards. Population rates of lizards over the decades and their growth. And then you got a research article that you can publish. Here is the end of that San Jose article summarizing how outlines can improve author productivity and everything. To wrap up this presentation, so to speak, let's get back to the unfortunate office worker. He is presented with the same task and the same deadline. He has to read a bunch of statistics on rubber ducky sales, how much was sent to Boston, for example, how much plastic is needed to make another batch, how much the sales went for to the Boston supplier. Now he knows the usefulness of outlines. He organizes the sections of his report between introductions, observations, and conclusions, inserting graphs in correct places. He turns in his report, which is conveniently next to this ISU building here. Perhaps he works in Pocatello at this rubber ducky manufacturing company, and the background is ISU. His supervisor congratulates him on the neatness of his work. He finally got all the graphs down in correct places, summarizing the reports. It went well, sales are up, stocks are up, all that business speak. And he gets promoted because he did such a good job on the report. So, that is how outlines can prevent people from getting fired, and how it can help you to write better essays, presentations, or articles much faster without being concerned over, Am I writing this correctly? Am I gonna get it in by the deadline? All that.
Pause.
Yes. Because it's finished.